Hey there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev coming to you from the Bloom office. It is a very unusual week for me in the sense that I have experienced this week, a greater than normal in these days, depending upon how you want to define normal, greater than normal number of online experiences connected with Zoom meetings. Yesterday morning for 2 hours, there were three of us actually in the church. Linda Lang as pastor parish ministry coordinator, and Jack as moderator, and me as minister, and all of us, because we have some relationship to connecting with or supervising with employees, that we went through a mandatory training required by the state of California that was offered by our insurance company. And we had that experience yesterday. Today, I had the wonderful opportunity to participate with other United Church of Christ clergy in Southern California, Nevada conference of the UCC. I guess there were about 30 of us that were online at the same time. That's not the biggest meeting in the world, but there were 30 of us in this one, and it was a clergy retreat to be basically spending 2.5 hours sharing common experience in the midst of our global crisis, and also caring for one another, as well as taking some private, quiet time, a scheduled half an hour when we were supposed to, put the phone away, don't look at the computer screen, just do something else. I'm looking here. I told Mike when I got up that I would be spending part of the day coloring, and so in my period of time I did my coloring. I couldn't find a box of crayons. I don't know where they are here in this church office, but I found some other things. So part of my 30 minutes was looking for what I was going to use to do my coloring. It was a good time. I'm very also encouraged in that situation to hear the perspectives of other clergy and how other people are doing what we're doing. There are churches that are much smaller than we are, and churches that are bigger than we are, and there are clergy that have been here, I think the lowest was 11 months, and then others, I'm one of the old timers now, and one of the some others, 11, 14 years, that kind of thing, from all over our conference, and so people from the LA area to the San Diego area, and then we actually had somebody calling in from Silicon Valley, who was up there now, a member of our conference, but who's up there now for a job, and people who are chaplains as well as people who are parish, and some clergy are furloughed. It didn't sound like forever, but for a period of time. So that's the way some churches are dealing. More and more are doing the kinds of things we're doing to try to create community, maintain our Sunday worship, doing it in various ways. There are different skill levels that people have, and we, as we continually say, in the collaboration with Linda Toland and Reverend Dr. Stephen Wales and Ken Forney and I are collaborating on providing a Sunday morning worship service that we hope will be meaningful and important in our lives as we gather together. I saw a documentary on the life of, not on the life, but on the book tour of Michelle Obama recently, and I've told this to several people, but I've been feeling kind of like what's missing. Why am I feeling kind of askew? Well, hello, look around. But why am I feeling this way? And Michelle Obama, in one of her phrases, she talked about the power of gathering, and I just sat right up and said, there it is. One of the things I'm missing is the power of gathering. When we gather in worship, when we gather in hospitality time, when we gather for a social event or for a fundraiser, that getting together of our community is very nurturing to me, and I know to others as well. And at the same time, when I'm in a meeting like this, there are church people that are saying, In 2050, it'll be completely different than it was 3 months ago, and we're not going to be the same when we come out of this, depending upon how long it lasts and what steps we can do and what we can do in the process. So in that sense, as I said, I think at one time before, it's a little bit like we're refounding our congregation. The thing about it is, and I did say this on the retreat, and I've talked a lot about that, but I'll say this one more thing. What I'm really happy about is 15 years ago when I would say something about Bloom and say we're doing this or we're doing that, there was a lot of me in that we. And the thing that I have been thrilled with from our congregation meeting on Sunday, from the kinds of things that we're doing in order to continue our worship, that after 17 years in Bloom's life, from those beginning days in 2002, when I say we, it's mostly you. And that is thrilling. One of the other points that was made is that these are times that are uncertain, and that the Church of Jesus Christ has never done well in privilege, but always done well and thrived in crisis. And so that's an opportunity for us to have hope. The early church people hiding out, meeting in catacombs, starting their little churches in various places, meeting with one another, having their squabbles, but still surviving and developing and growing. That was coming out of a time when it wasn't easy. And it's not easy now, and we're going to be better because of it. And the other thing that I heard was we need to be courageous. And courage was defined not as the absence of fear, but courage is fear walking. And so we're walking together. We got some fear about what's happening and what we're going to do, but we can have courage, we can have hope, and we can know always that God's Spirit is guiding us throughout this time. Hope to see you this Sunday, as we can, from my Zoom perch, and through Facebook and through YouTube. Hope to be with you on Sunday in our worship time. If you can't be with us in person, maybe you can tune in later, or certainly you can be with us in spirit. And as always, please keep us in your prayers.